G'day. So, what I'd like to talk about is the psychology of meditation. There's all kinds of videos out there, uh, all kinds of claims being made, and how do you sort that out? How do you come to some sort of decision about what's worth listening to and what's a load of bloody rubbish? Well, I think the number one authority that you have to have is yourself. People can make all kinds of claims. What you have to do is check against your own experience and see whether anything that they say makes sense to you from your own experience. It's not a matter of what you might achieve in meditation. What's actually the important bit is, if there is something to achieve, how do you go about it? There's all kinds of promises that are made, and perhaps some of them are true. When I look at what we need as people in the world as we see it, as we experience it right now, I see that there's a lot of emotionally troubled people out there. And that's what seems to me the most important thing to solve in our psyches, in our culture, in the world as we see it. There's all kinds of crazy gurus running around, and for all you know, I'm another one. I'm just this shaggy old bloke talking to you over the internet. Well, what this old fella's got to say to you is this. The first thing you need to be certain about is your own mental and emotional well-being. You don't want to be emotionally disturbed. You don't want to be confused. You don't want to be deluded. Now, when I'm talking about meditation, I talk about a very specific element, and that is how to get that stable, silent inner mind, the untroubled, undisturbed state. From a meditation point of view, that's the foundation. That's the basics. And you want to know how to get that. You don't need, pardon me, you don't need all these weird promises being made to you. I mean, if those things are real, surely you'll find them on your own. You don't need somebody to take you by the hand and take you through the fantastical world of crazy ideas. Meditation calls upon each person to be self-reliant, to be willing to challenge themselves and do the work. Now, that's the reality of the matter. So, in this channel, I've confined myself to just talking about what is really quite achievable and is fundamentally useful. The mind is naturally silent when there's no internal emotional conflicts. So it's the resolution of those internal conflicts is the first and best aim for a successful meditation practice. And there's a simple way to resolve these things, and that's to allow conscious awareness of all these things to happen in a full-bodied way. And how to find these internal conflicts? Well, a lot of these things I'm sure you're already aware of. But for those things that you're not aware of, well, the body stores trauma and conflict and emotional disturbance physically. It's a physical experience. It's some kind of tension or uncomfortable or inner um, physical distress. And I'm advocating a sensible practice is just to train yourself in relaxing and train yourself in remaining alert. That will uncover any internal conflicts and bring them to the surface. And for some people, I'm aware that that's a stressful thing for them to do. And I understand it's not something that people volunteer for easily. But I advocate it because I also understand that that's the way to resolve these things, is to face them, to allow them, to not cover them up, to not try and run away from them. Now that's self-awareness. And self-awareness is at the heart of meditation. Now, as for all these weird claims that run around the place, well, I'll leave that for you to work out whether they're real or not. If they are real, the way you find them is by looking within yourself, knowing yourself, being self-aware. And that's the best way to inoculate yourself against the rush of bullshit that's out there. There are plenty of people out there willing to con you if you let them. I'm just trying to talk about meditation in a sensible, understandable way, in a way that's useful that you actually get something real and tangible from it. So, see you later.